Hi, it's Pete from Californian Classics. This week we're going to show a video basically showing all of the components that are used in a quarter window, all available from us in our shop, and where they go on the car. Later on in the year we'll be showing us assembling one on a car, but this is just a bit of a how-to, just to give you an idea where the parts go. Okay, so we start with this little chappy, this seal. There's the profile on the end. You use 4 of these per car. You have 2, which are the quarter window and down the A-pillar from the quarter window on each side of the car, so it's 4 seals. Right, first off, this chappy sits on the body of the car there, runs around here like that, and it's on there to protect the body from the quarter window aluminium trim. This is the trim that holds the quarter window seal that the glass shuts against. So to explain, this is how it fits on there, like this. You stretch it on. Sometimes it can be a bit awkward, like this is. You stretch it on around like that, and then you use a bradawl to put a hole through where the screw is going to go. And if you notice, notice on the car you have a series of screw holes, and this is the location holes for the aluminium trim. Okay, so as I say, this piece is on there, this piece is on there, and this section is also on there. Right, so we do away with those bits, because that's going to be on a later feature. Right. Okay, so assembling the quarter window itself. First off, you've got a nice new piece of glass, and you've got the upright here. Now, if you look at the profile on the upright, you have 2 different size slots. 1, 2. We want the small slot at the moment. The small slot is what the little tiny wedge blocks go in. And you slide these chappies in there. He says 1, 2, 3, and you put them in a position that corresponds with the 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, on the quarter window post even. Let's go again on that. So that then lines up with that on there, but it doesn't go in there just yet. The next thing you do is the seal, which seals the aluminium away from this. It sits in here like this, and then the channel sits in there, and the glass sits in the channel. Now, if you look at this, you can see there's nowhere for the blocks to go through. So what we have to do is, once we position the blocks in the right place, we mark, ideally going through the side here into the back of the rubber on the position where the blocks are, and then we cut out using a really sharp blade the square the size of the blocks. Okay, in true Blue Peter style, here's one I prepared earlier, and you can kind of get the idea as to what we've got to do. Okay, so this then goes on there like so. It's fighting me a little bit, but you'll get there. That sits on there nicely like that. As you can see, that's now sitting in there like that, and the holes correspond with the holes, the blocks correspond with the holes on the upright. And then simply screwdriver, screw, plop that in there, plop the screw in there, screw it up, it screws into the block, and the block then acts as a hinge, and that's where you get the movement on the glass when you fitted the quarter window in. So that will kind of move backwards and forwards like that, just the amount that you need to open the quarter window. So that explains that end of it. Moving on to this end, the glass end, you have to put a seal on this part, on the button, and that sits on the inside of the glass. And then the other side of the glass, you put the other seal on like that, so the button's poking through. Then you can see you've got a little slot there. You can drop that on there, and through the little slot, I don't know if I can show you very well. It's probably not going to be very clear, but this particular ridge is visible in there. Through the other side of the slot, in there like so. I don't know if you can see that. You then use a circlip, which is quite a fiddly job, not an easy thing to show on video. The circlip goes in there once it's on the glass, plop that in place, and that holds that, and that's that. So that effectively will give you the build of a quarter window. When you're fitting the pillar to the car, you have a foot which goes on there. I've actually got the wrong side there typically, so let's grab this one. The foot sits on the side like that to protect the bodywork, the painted bodywork, from the metal, and the same on the top here. The top piece is on a sort of adjustable captive nut, so you can adjust the position of the quarter window upright. That's all from us this week. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got a few more videos out shortly. I've got a car to showcase. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much.